What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Revolution. Today we jump into the Epic Invasion. So I'm really enjoying the fact that they've made a real event out of the Epic Invasion. Essentially what you've got is the Strange Encounter, where we're squaring off against zombie Strange, which brings up an interesting point, because I really think that Marvel would do a great job in terms of creating this alternate universe led by Sam Raimi, where they do an MCU showcase, I guess, around Marvel Zombies. I think, like, after watching Multiverse of Madness, I think Sam Raimi would do an excellent job at bringing a horror element to the MCU, and maybe they do like a spin-off of the MCU and do a multiverse kind of set of movies where we get to see Marvel Zombies of Scarlet Witch, of Doctor Strange, of Wong, and we get that zombie invasion that we've all been dying to see, I think, on the television screen. I think Sam Raimi would do an excellent job. Maybe give him like a 2-3 movie deal to do it, and I think a lot of people would go see it. But anyways, they've made an event out of these the Strange Encounter Epic Invasion. Basically, you can collect items in here from doing, they have a daily challenge event where you can collect the madness fragments from completing things as simple as complete one epic invasion, acquire strange seals, defeat dead strange 3 times. They've also added in here the Conqueror's mission, where basically you're collecting as many as like 300 strange seals to unlock some of these madness treasure boxes that have some really good items inside here. So as long as you're completing these events over time, even something like connecting the madness fragments that you need, they're still going to net you these boxes. So you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total madness boxes that you could collect inside here, which should be really decent in terms of getting some of these rewards, whatever they may be. These are actually all good rewards in here to receive during this event. Pretty decent. So then we also have the achievement event, where we're basically collecting strange seals and again collecting these madness fragments. Those madness fragments are important. We'll get to why. We have our normal relay challenge, which is going to allow you to net dimension box tickets from just defeating dead strange in tiers 1 through tier 5s, which leads into the special badge creation event and the madness fragment store. I'm going to show you guys that in a second here. So what we've got inside the Strange Encounter is also I think that this is a good thing, because what I was worried about is the power creep that was seemingly coming to the game. Right now, there's not a lot that we're going to be able to do about these ranking systems. Let's just be honest with that. There's not a lot that we're going to be able to do with the ranking system. The ranking system is what the ranking system is, and I hate that the ranking system is what it is, but it is. So essentially what you're getting is, you know, some form of crystals, some along with strange seals and things like that or whatever for completing the event, and then the title of Mystic Savior if you're ranked number 1. I think everybody should just get that title in general, but it is what it is. Now, the thing that I was worried the most about with the Strange event was seeing power creep. We don't have it. So it's really cool to see that from event to event inside the invasion, we've pretty much maintained a recommended power level somewhere sitting around that 1.7 mark. The good thing about this 1.7 mark still being the same normal power level for step 5, and I'm hoping that this is a continuation, is this is going to give the players a barometer for where your characters can be stopped at, especially going into the squad-based system. Let me explain that a little bit more. Right now, the way it's going to work is that essentially if you want to level up a character and you want that character to be good for content, you're worried about where you need to end off with the character. Like right now inside the game, they set that the limit is 1.7, so you can feel comfortable that, hey, I've leveled my Doctor Strange to 1.7 million, and I can kind of leave him off here and kind of focus on another character and get them maybe up to that 1.7 million mark as well. And once I get them there, I can level up them to 1.7 million mark. It's all a matter of how they deal with the power creep. I'm not very confident that they're going to deal with it well, but it's all about how they deal with the power creep. If we have that consistent consistent same level and then is slowly inched on, is going to give players the amount of time that they can say, you know what, I can set Doctor Strange off to the side for now. I can invest in Scarlet Witch, start leveling her up a little bit, and then as I see that power creep coming up, as long as they put fodder and rewards within striking range, so that way you can hit that new power cap level, whether it's 1.9 or whether it's 2 million later down the road in the future, as long as it's within striking range, then you can do it. And the way that they're going to basically let players know that this is a good thing is basically being able to see that 1.7 million in terms of your top level PvE content, right? And that's important as a distinguishing, because when we look at the PvE content, we want to be able to say my Strange can do all of the PvE content necessary in order to be a good Doctor Strange and be able to compete everything. Now, if you want to take your character beyond that to make them competitive in the PvP environment, whether you're going to be involved in Omega War, whether you're going to be involved in Alliance Omega War, whether you're doing dimension duels and want to get to the top, then things can change and you can say, I'm just trying to hit this max level, so I'm going to slowly bring up the other characters while I max out my potential on this character. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as the reward set for what they're giving to the game looks similar to what it is in this update, because it's absolutely phenomenal. I cannot tell you how great the reward set of the things that they're giving you in this update are. They're really, really good. And I'm not even talking about the purchase rewards. I'm talking about just the giveaway rewards that they're doing, from the Scarlet Witch training to the Scarlet Witch 8-week check-in event. These are good rewards. So take that into vein. Now, I want to point out to you as well, because I'm going to do one of these epic invasions so that way you get a feel for them. The epic invasion is the same as just about every other epic invasion there is. You can look at the time limit. I really need them to figure out a way. I don't know why I pulled that up. I really need them to figure out a way to give us, I don't know why they don't look to 7 deadly sins and stuff like that, but you can see the time limit over here. Clear the battle faster, score higher, 30,000 points added per second. I really want them to kind of change this up and give a listing of requirements, you know, so that way we can see how we can potentially reach higher scores. Give something so that way you can be like, oh, well, you know, do this, do that, or whatever, and this outcome becomes, if you do this, then you'll get 100,000 points for that. If you do that, you know what I mean? Like, that's something that we need. But let's see if we can't complete one of these events. Now, the really cool thing about the Doctor Strange event with this new raid, the new invasion mode inside here, is that I've done it 3 times now. I've only done the epic invasion level 5 twice. It wasn't that difficult. It really wasn't. So let's see how that's gonna look now. Oh, I was about to be like, yo, did my man really change up? Did he really hit the change up on us and go straight up and hit that? So basically, essentially what you have going down inside here is that you have these eyes summoned, right? At least that's what I'm calling. It's like the Eye of Agamotto that you're trying to defeat. And there's these individual eyes that are summoned, and you need to be paying attention to the center eye, because that's the eye that's really doing damage. Damn, I got hit hard there. Let me move my ass around a little bit. You've got these smaller eyes that you need to be doing damage to on the outside. And as long as you're defeating those, then you should be moving along. Now you need to make sure that you dodging out of those paths. So it's not necessarily something that, oh shit, I'm screwed. No wonder I did not notice that. I'm still sitting over here with this. I did not notice that. That's not a good thing. I did not notice that. Can I change it? Can I change it? Nope, it's not gonna allow me. Oh, there we go. I got it to change. So then we get the Doctor Strange astral form that's sitting inside there that looks like this simple eye. And basically you're gonna defeat that in order to make your way over to the zombie Doctor Strange, right? So it's not that difficult. You're really just doing a little bit of dodging. If you're really powerful, then there's a good chance that you'll really just be able to just, you know, solo this. There's not a lot of mechanics that I can find in here. Like, I mean, look how fast we're burning this guy down. It ain't, you know, hate to say it, but it's not that difficult for what you're trying to piece together here. Now, he is going to summon this little pentagram that's inside of here, which requires you to defeat the individual Doctor Stranges that are protecting him inside that gate, so that way you can continue doing damage. But again, not that difficult in order to you know, do that. I hate that. I swear to God, I still hate Doctor Strange's skill quite a bit. That's the one skill that you're gonna have to dodge. It's very similar to Thanos's one skill that he has. Like I said, it really is not that difficult. It was weird. The good thing about it not being too difficult is essentially you're not having to worry about, you know, how many times you're going to run this and this becoming something that's extremely boring. That's the one good thing about it. So it's not going to require a tremendous amount of effort. Now, I feel some kind of way about that because it is supposed to be that high level event, but you know, it is what it is. So go along the path of completing those, do the best that you can in terms of, you know, completing the event as much as you can, and hopefully you're going to get some good seals, some good rewards. Hopefully you'll drop some alloys. Now, the main thing that you're really looking for, oddly enough, is that you're looking to get these madness fragments, right? Because this is where we'll end out over here, is because inside the token shop, they have an event system going on. The Scarlet Point system is there, and that's great for the whales, but what we have for the free-to-play players is this Madness Fragment event, right? And the Madness Fragment event is going to allow you to purchase some actually really good items inside here. If you want Doctor Strange's costume, his zombie costume, then you can purchase it inside here for 20 Madness Fragments apiece. Now, the costume in and of itself has the attack stat, Master of the Mystic Arts skill level +6, and then Gateway Summoning skill level 6. Be aware that this is not the Mystic Arts class skill level, or the class level +6. This is just the Master of the Mystic Arts class skill. So that's the Crimson Bands of Sidorak class skills and things like that. That's in the first skill tree. It's not the overall Mystic Arts skill class. The Gateway Summoning skill is just the Gateway Summoning. This does not make this a bad uniform, in my opinion. It's still better than a lot of other uniforms that Doctor Strange has. So, but I think most players are really going to be looking for this for just the stats. I don't see a lot of players necessarily looking at this to needing this for a 4-star, you know, costume set. However, I'm happy to see that this is not sitting inside the shop for, you know, $50 like it previously has. Now, outside of the costume pieces that I hope you get from just opening up the Madness treasure boxes, unless you really want some of the other items inside here, are in fact the Madness treasure boxes, right? I think there are better regional costumes and special costumes that you could use for Doctor Strange other than purchasing these items. So I would highly suggest that you go after these Madness treasure boxes, which only cost you 10 of these Madness fragments first and foremost, and then perhaps go after Wong and get the you know, the 5 chances over here, because that basically represents you getting 50 Wong shards, which should take you a long way to getting a, you know, 4-star or 3-star Wong. I think probably with all the different methods of acquiring Wong, you probably will end up with somewhere around a 4-star Wong, if not higher. I would love to see what happens at the end of this 27 days. I'll report back. The Doctor Strange special card box. Now, this card box really only contains 2 cards, and that's the Doctor Strange 2015 card, which has a cooldown decrease, not a bad card in and of itself, and then the supervillain damage decrease card as well. There's nothing wrong with these cards in and of themselves, except for the fact that they both have defense and HP as a 2-set and 4-set effect, which I'm not really you know, keen on. If I could switch out these cards, I would, basically. Essentially, that's what I'm telling you, right? So, but there's still cards that are in there nonetheless. I would leave this and reserve this for last. So in an order of priority, Madness treasure boxes, Wong, Doctor Strange special card box, and then finally fill it out with these Doctor Strange, you know, the pants and things like that as well. That's all the events that's going on inside the Epic Invasion. Like I said, I can't really complain about the Epic Invasion event. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of work. Doesn't seem like it's pressuring me too much to do anything, and it's very rewarding. There's a lot of rewarding events inside here that you really can't complain about. It's just asking you to log in and play the game, which is phenomenal for a mobile game. They're not going out of the way to force you to do anything. It's really, really good. These rewards in this game, I cannot complain about this update. Right now, for where the update is sitting, is like an 8 out of 10 for me, especially with a lot of the events that they've got going on. Comment in the section below how you're feeling about it. I'll be honest with you right now towards the end of this video so that way you know I've already made purchases inside the shop, guys. I've definitely made purchases inside the shop. I've purchased the bundles that I told you I'd probably purchase, and I don't intend to purchase anything more inside here, but I'm happily pleased with what they've presented, so therefore I've spent money. That's exactly what I will continue to do. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Until next time, peace.